we are from Group B want to present about restaurant database with title Infinity Restaurant. But wait, here are the members of Group B. Recently, business opportunities in culinary field are growing rapidly. As long as humans still need food, business in the culinary field will not extinct. This assumption refers to the news in Tempo.com on Sunday, 16 September 2018, said that food and beverage industry grew 8.67% in Q1 2018. And this statement is directly said by Industry Minister Erlangga Hartarto. Of course, restaurant owners need to recap and know the income they get every day. Listen, this database is made with hope to facilitate the restaurant business owners in seeing their income. Besides that, restaurant owners can find out the most favorite menu of the customers from this database, so that the owners can increase the production of favorite menus. Then their income can increase. Whereas for menus that are not so interesting, according to the consumers, can be re-evaluated.
First, I'll explain about our entity relationship diagram in our program about database in restaurant, namely Infinity Resto. In this ERT, we have three entities. They are invoice, customer, and menu. In the entity of invoice, we have attribute invoice number as a primary key and attribute invoice date. Then the entity of customer, we have customer ID as a primary key and attribute customer name. And for entity of menu, we have attribute menu ID as a primary key, attribute menu name, and attribute menu price. For the relation each entity invoice and customer have relation has with the relation is from one to many. Besides that, for the entity invoice and menu have the relation detail invoice with the relation is many to many. The relation detail invoice itself has attribute quantity, subtotal, and total. After we have the fixed ERT, then by using feature in ertplus.com, we can get the schema of the ERT, and now we have four tables from the ERT that we have. The tables are invoice, customer, menu, and detail invoice. Clearly, the table invoice, customer, and menu we get from the entity of ERT, and the table detail invoice we get from the relation many to many. Then, by using the feature in ertplus.com too, we can export the query for the SQL easily to create our four tables in our database. The step is we just copy the query to the command prompt, then paste the query, so we have done creating the tables. But don't forget to start XAMPP first before creating the tables in command prompt, and we have created database at first, then we just can create our tables. For the steps to make database and create table, furthermore, will be explained by my friend Wafik Faiz.
Now I will explain to you about how to make a database and create a table in database. First, make sure that your MySQL server is connected. You can check the server status by opening XAMPP control panel. Second, open your command prompt. Third, type cd and a space in the path to the installation folder and press enter. 4. Then type mysql -u root -p and press enter. 5. Create database, namely final project, then type use the database. Six, paste the query by converting ERD from erdplus.com. 7. We have done creating the table if the query written OK. And the last, we can describe table by type this table, then the display will like this.
We continue to make our database. Now, we will show the database we created using PHP, which is associated with MySQL using the create concept: create, read, update, and delete, and will be displayed by HTML. And first, we make a folder in c/sampp/htdocs/database. This folder according to your sampp folder. Later, the name of the last folder will be called in a web browser as address of our PHP. Then, we create the connection file PHP. It is used to connect our PHP and MySQL. If we want to show the database, we need to create a file named index.php, index_cast.php, index_dphp, index_invoice.php, and index_menu.php. These files will be used to show the display of the database we created on localhost and connect it with the create command. For example, when we want to create a database display from the menu list, we create files tambah.php and tambah.html. Tambah.php and tambah.html contain the comments we enter to add the new data to our database and what data we want to add. When we want to update our data, we make edit_menu.php and delete_menu.php. The files is associated with index_menu.php to display it. And to enhance the appearance of our database, we can use CSS file to change the appearance from simple PHP to be more beautiful. In this database, we use HTML templates by ColorLibs combined with our CSS style in making the user interface. So you can make it by templates or by yourself.
I'm going to show you the user interface. First, make sure that your MySQL and Apache already connect in SAPP console, and then open your browser. Type the localhost/database since my folder is in htdocs this database. Here is the home page of our user interface. In this page, there are some examples of our menu as you can see here. And the footer part is about developer that already created the user interface. In the header part, there are some menus: customer, list menu, invoice, detail invoice, and income. Let's see one by one. Here is list menu page. Here are some menus that already inserted in my database. We can add new menu by add data, fill the blank and then add it. Fill ID menu by DHC01, menu name hot chocolate, the price 5,000, and then add. See, the data already add. We can also edit the menu name and menu price by click edit and edit as you wish, then update it. We can also delete the menu by click delete. Example, we will delete orange juice menu. Here are customer page. Here are some customers that already inserted in my database. Here we also can add new customer, edit and delete such as in list menu page. Add customer ID is 000H, name Marianjula, and then see that it's already it. Next is invoice page. Here are some invoices that already inserted in my database. Here also we can add new invoice, edit and delete such as in this menu page. Attention that we just fill customer ID with ID that already exists in customer page. Try to edit ID 0407190001. Date for July 2019. ID is ID for customer 0008. Here are total invoice page. You can see there are some invoices that already inserted in my database. And here we also can add new data and delete such as in this menu page. Attention that we just fill invoice number and ID menu that already exists. Let's try add new data. Invoice number is 0407190001 and ID menu is DHC01 and for the quantity is 2. Note that the price of that menu is 5,000. After adding new data and edit, we should click check so our data will be updated. So the total will be 10,000 since we add the quantity is 2. Look at the column total. This is the total money that should be paid for each invoice number that automatically counted. And this last menu is income menu. In this page, we will see that the income of our restaurant for the same date already counted. And in the last part of the table is the total income for all tips.
Hey, we are back! Is it easy for you guys? Yes, there are so many benefits if we can create database not only in restaurant division but also in other part of life. In this case, we use ER diagram, command prompt, PHP and CSS. Hopefully it will help you to create your own program. We are sorry if we have some mistakes. Don't forget to eat and don't forget to
Like,
comment,
subscribe,
and share this video. Group B.
Woo!